It's Monday. Yes, the last Monday in January. Have you realized January has moved faster this year? Well, hello and welcome to JoyNews Interactive. We are live from digital address GA0992539 in Kokomemle, Accra, on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. Our social media handle for Facebook, Twitter and Instagram is JoyNews on TV. Join in the conversation by dropping your comments on all our social media platforms. I am Selina Ampo, and it's time to discuss the trending issues in Ghana, now especially what some people think is a ban on pre-wedding photo shoots. Let's start with this interesting story. The Church of Pentecost has announced it will be taking steps to discourage its members, especially the youth, from taking sensual pre-wedding photo shoots. The General Secretary of the Church, Apostle Nana Yakumi, explained these photos demean the holy matrimony and do not speak well of Christians charged to live holy lives. The Church has observed that many would-be couples abuse the concept of pre-wedding shoots, and noting that some would-be couples go to the extreme mile of touching vital areas of each other as if they were already married. He was explaining this to Daniel Dati. Let's look. Some pictures of pre-wedding photo shoots, as you can see, quite interesting ones. Very interesting picture. You can see the lady is behind bars and the guy is the policeman. Bill is free. And this is a very popular one, which the guy was attempting to carry his wife today. Well, it's time for us to take a look at the interview where he was explaining details of that to Daniel Dati.
Soon after the November Heads of Apostles meeting, the chairman released a circular letter on behalf of the whole council. Let me read that. So this one was explanation to that letter. So if people get to know where we are coming from. Okay. It's under customary marriage and weddings. And he said, premarital relationships, customary marriage rights, which we call engagement, and weddings, should be done modestly and decently to the glory of God. The church continues to hold in high esteem chastity in marriage and strongly frowns upon premarital sexual relationship between prospective couple. So during the Global Ministers meeting last week, which just ended yesterday, I was tasked to throw more light on modesty and decency to the glory of God. So that's what led to that. And what we are saying is, as Christians, as Paul admonished his son Timothy, flee youthful lust. 1 Corinthians 10:30-33 also tell us whatever we do, whether we eat, drink, whatever we do, we should do it to the glory of God. So putting these things together, we thought we should discourage our members from doing things that are sexually suggestive, i.e. the things I enumerated. If you are not married, and you go about kissing yourself. The pictures is just, maybe I've been told by about 10% of the whole show. We want to appeal to their hearts that the word of God should be the authority. It should be supreme whatever we do. Otherwise, people will just go and do whatever they want and then come and show us pictures which will show that they are standing way apart. That's not the issue. We are saying that as Christians, you shouldn't do things that will lead you into fornication. So Paul says you should flee. If we are supposed to flee a youthful lust, then you are not supposed to kiss, you are not supposed to touch, you are not supposed to fondle, because we all know that ladies are very sensitive by way of touching. And men too, when they see ladies' parts, they become sexually aroused. So we are saying that before you marry, I mean, be careful the way you go about your things so that it doesn't lead you into fornication. So we have not banned, because nothing has happened that will call us from banning. If we talk about banning, it means we're going to apply some sanctions. For now, we are in a global world, so we are discouraging our members from venturing, and also saying we frown on premarital sexual relationships.
So just to reiterate what you said, you have not banned pre-wedding photographs?
No.
Have you banned any kind of pre-wedding photographs, so that if those photos, like you said, so people sitting somewhere, touching some places, would you approve of those?
For now, we don't want to use the word ban. We still want to stand by discouraging and then frowning on it. We know Church of Pentecost members, they respect leadership. They know where we are coming from. Continue to educate them. What we are saying, we are discouraging them from that. We don't want them to venture into those things that are coming globally, and we think it will not affect their way of life as Christians. We want them to be shining examples to their peers.
What of the issue of receptions, music played at receptions, alcohol served at wedding receptions? Where do we stand on that?
Before I go there, let me clarify this. I don't want people to focus too much on the pictures. We want to talk about the heart.
Okay.
I still maintain that as Christians, you shouldn't do anything that will lead you to fornication. That is the bottom line. So after having settled that, the pictures issue will also be settled. Then when we're talking about the reception, I still go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 30 to 33. Whatever you do, whether you are dancing, singing, eating, clapping, walking, do it to the glory of God. And do it so that doesn't discourage your fellow or your neighbor from accepting Jesus Christ. Let your life be an example. So during wedding reception, funeral receptions, we are saying that, let me just add funeral, any reception as a Christian, we don't expect you to serve alcoholic beverages. Okay. No, it's unchristian. And also we don't expect you to play secular music, because secularism is something that has to do with the person doing his things outside the principles of religion.
Well, you heard the Apostle Nana Yao Kumi. Well, let's go onto the streets and hear what people have been saying on this supposed ban on pre-wedding photo shoots.
I think it's a laudable idea. It's because sometimes when these pictures are put in the public domain, it speaks a lot about the individual, as well as cast certain negative image about where you fellowship and all that. So to me, I think it's appropriate. The policy is in place. The worldly faction is gradually eating into the church. And the way forward is, it should be the other way around. The world rather must copy what the church is doing in order to bring sanity. But unfortunately, you see, people with fashionable and funny dressing finding their way into the church, and nobody cautions them. So gradually, people within the Christian fraternity are more or less also trying to do the same thing. So it's about time we all sit up and make sure the right thing is done.
Good directive, considering what is going on, because sexual stuff and stuff that involves intimacy should be done privately. It shouldn't be brought out to the general public. And I think it's even an offense according to our law. If it's sexually related, it should be something sacred, inward, and it shouldn't be brought out. Other than that, then we would all stand on the streets, take shower freely, because it's accepted, and that is 21st century. We say the technology aspect of it, yes, we are all moving into the technical era. That is accepted, but then some things are reserved. Bible says we have every right to do it, but as an individual, do you think it's accepted to show your nakedness outside for the public to see? No. That is why we wear dresses. Even at the beach, we wear bikinis to cover the nipples and other stuff.
The way the Pentecost people are trying to protect their image, I agree with them 100%, because it doesn't match our cultural heritage.
Well, you heard some people on the streets right there. Now let's check out Facebook to find out what people are saying. And we have Amwase Eugene, who says, if the Church of Pentecost could ban white wedding, they will win more souls. Waste of money, hashtag white wedding. Waste money to outdoor something that has already gone down the drain. We have Apia Kubi, who says, good idea, and there should also be a pre-pregnancy test for all the women. And this is Mensa, who says, and I'm waiting for my Pentecost girlfriend to come and tell me this. We also have Emmanuel, who says, but wait, what change will it bring? He's asking, what change will it bring? And Bra Kwame says, better that way. We also have Osman, who says, I'm thinking about whether the pictures taken are displayed in the church, because how do you ban what you don't really control? I can't get it. And Reverend Kwafu Richard says, God bless you, sir, more grace. And we have some comments coming in. We have Kwame, who says, simply ban the white wedding. That's what he wants to say. And Nana Bones, who comes in with, great idea, Church of Pentecost, with the heart emoji right there. And Mohammed says, sensible decision. And Samir also comments, good move. Now, is it important in a democratic nation to find out how the public feels about popular issues? Today, I want us to talk about opinion polls. The results from public opinion polls are used in a number of ways. In addition, public opinion polls now play an important role in politics. They are used throughout the course of election campaigns by candidates and the media to see which candidates are ahead and who is likely to emerge victorious. Although others believe the results of polls can easily be falsified, some see how it reflects the public thoughts and sentiments. The question on the ground today is, do polls reflect the true situation on the ground? Let's speak to Dr. Kobe Mensah, who is a political marketer at the University of Ghana Business School. He's also a poster with IPOL-GH. Hello, Doctor.
Hi, good morning, and thanks for having me.
You're welcome. How are you doing this morning?
Very much great. I'm doing well. I'm expecting a very important guest, that we're going to organize the program.
Okay. I just, in relation to our topic on polls, public opinion polls, I want to find out from you, what is the importance of a public poll?
Okay, thank you. Well, the opinion polling is one of the crucial arms of democracy. Why? Because it helps us to reflect what the general public thinks. Okay. Now, the way the political has gone, it's difficult for politicians to really get to know people's views. Polls actually help us quickly get that insight, and therefore factor that insight into policy making, into campaigning, and into governance generally.
Doctor, does it in any way enrich or add anything special to politics in the country?
Definitely. The politicians would actually do what people are saying. You must really understand their views. Or our delivery would really reflect on people's needs. You need to understand their views. And political marketing, for example, is that in everything that you do in the political space must be underpinned by research. And polling is one of the very ways that we research the minds of people.
Okay. Some have argued that the results of these polls are easily falsifiable because people can vote as many times as they want. And how true is that?
Well, that is when you don't have a robust system. I mean, obviously, that evidence people, being able to vote several times what use the instruments that are not robust. If you do, let's say, a polling without the right structures in place, it's most likely that people can specify what they call the electronic identity and then vote separately. However, we have engines and methodologies to ensure that you have the most credible data in terms of preventing people from voting several times, and also in terms of ensuring the target is actually being the one who are. Yeah.
Okay. Doctor, the polls, are they a true reflection of the situation on the ground?
Certainly, because if you speak to like me, experts like I have,
okay,
who will be telling you insights based on research is historic data. Now, when you do polls, just within about a week, very, very therefore, reliable in terms of that. No doubt, some people are what they want. They want to say they may not tell you the truth of their situation, but very few.
Okay. Our final question to you. You have a new poll ongoing at the moment. Can you tell us what it is about?
Yeah, currently we have confidence poll. So we want to find out how people are in the economy so far. So we're asking people what their financial situation are. We're asking people what they expect to have the job that they expect to save or not. We're asking people their debt level. Now, we believe that some of these tell us exactly the level of confidence that people have in the economy.
Okay.
So if you go to the www.gh.com, you can participate or you can download it from.
Okay. How do we get to fill this form or partake in the poll?
Yeah. When you go to the so you can download app and you go to search, you can see consumer poll. You can also go on laptop or a tablet or a PC with the iPod. Then you go to the research.
Okay.
See the poll there.
Okay.
I've also mounted a media, including a JoyNews. You can participate in the poll.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Kobe Mensah. Well, let's check out Facebook to find out what people are saying. Do polls truly reflect the situation on the ground? And we have Abdul Gyanu, who says, it tells a situation because how one intends to implement a policy or hails from can tell the outcome of the poll and one's failure to deliver his policies and incompetence. And Gustav says, never. Polls can never tell the situation on the ground. Darlington also comes in with the comment, well, yes, the higher poll cast in affirmation to your presidency or etc., be it associated likewise to promotion at worksite or related. Well, it's time for our short break. We'll be back after this. Welcome back from that break. The show is still JoyNews Interactive, and it's time for Monday Motivation. And we have Ikene, who says, don't stay in bed all day. Get up and do something. Hashtag Monday Motivation. We also have KT320, who says, fake friends are like shadows, always near you at your brightest moments, but nowhere to be seen at your darkest hours. Hashtag Monday Motivation. And we have a tweet coming in from Sexin, who says, it costs 0 cents to mind your own business. Hashtag Monday Motivation. And Bongi says, your gratitude determines your latitude. Be grateful and thankful. Hashtag Monday Motivation. Ayo says, relax, take a deep breath. You wouldn't be in whatever situation you are in right now if God didn't think you could handle it. Remember that. Hashtag Monday Motivation. And Abuakwe says, those that think it's impossible are asked not to disturb the ones that are trying. Hashtag Monday Motivation. Zine says, to everyone who is carrying those brown envelopes, marching the streets looking for jobs, keep knocking on those doors. God has a plan for you. Don't give up. Hashtag Monday Motivation. And Dr. Michelle says, your only limit is you. Hashtag Monday Motivation. And we have a tweet from Asene Staff who says, the biggest things in life have been achieved by people who at the start we would have judged crazy. And yet, if they had not had these crazy ideas, the world would have been more stupid. Hashtag Monday Motivation. And we have Kibe who says, stop trying to fit into other people's journey and start focusing on your own journey. Hashtag Monday Motivation. That's all for today on JoyNews Interactive with me, Selina Ampo. See you tomorrow. Bye.